Good afternoon. I put forth the proposition that games are as powerful for organizing knowledge work as the assembly line is for organizing industrial work. And these days, more and more, it's all about knowledge work, as in know your customers, know what they want, and know how to get it to them. The assembly line takes work and breaks it down into a set of repeatable steps and then repeats it over and over without change, and that is very effective in predictable and stable environments. But what about unpredictable and unstable environments? That is where games come in. Games are all about organizing and acting and winning in unpredictable environments. And when you look at a game, you could say all games have 4 traits. They have goals, rules, feedback systems, and then, if they're successful, enthusiastic participation. So you can measure a game and its success by the number of players that it attracts and the amount of participation that it gets. And it's the feedback in the game that generates that participation. So you could say a game is an engagement engine. And maybe in our unpredictable economy now, maybe you could also say that the best definition of a business is that it too is an engagement engine. It needs to attract and engage customers, employees, partners. And when you think about it, all of the things that we have been taught about business, maybe we should think again. Maybe we shouldn't organize business as an assembly line focused on efficiency. Maybe we should organize business as a game guided by goals and rules with feedback systems focused on generating enthusiastic participation. And here's where games come in again. Games are great field-tested models of how to create engaging feedback systems. Here's an example. This is an example from a category of games known as massively multiplayer online games, or MMOs for short. And this particular example is from a Star Wars themed game called EVE Online. Now look at how they organize the screens to generate that enthusiastic participation. They are presenting a lot of information, and they're presenting it in 3D worlds, and then on top of those 3D worlds, they're laying all this other data in a format known as heads-up displays, or HUDs. What if business intelligence systems started using some of these same techniques? Would that engage people in business effectively? Would it generate enthusiasm? Would it generate effective coordination? Would companies that figured out how to do this, would they become agile and awesome competitors? Here's an example. Now here's a company called SCM Globe, and they are taking game mechanics and applying it to business. And applying game mechanics isn't just about making work fun. It's about providing a framework and providing the feedback for people to start collaborating and coordinating and achieving common goals. In this case, SCM Globe is aiming at companies and people that work together in supply chains. They're using game mechanics to generate the kind of feedback and real-time data displays that make that possible. And when you think about it, is Google Earth a game engine? That's the 3D world. And then they create the logic to collect the data and display it in the heads-up displays. So I think that success in business these days is about people at all levels in a company, not just the senior managers, but all levels learning to play the great game of business. So, to sum this all up in a phrase, you could say that the future of work is about learning to play a game called massively multiplayer online business. Thank you.